Are you happy or sad about the rumor that the RTX 4090 Ti won't be released? Is it a better situation to wait for the 5000 series rather than getting another even more expensive weapon? Yeah, so there were leaked cooler designs for what was going to be some kind of Ada Titan card or 4090 Ti. It looked absolutely immense. It looked kind of nuts, right? And I just can't help but think of the 3090 Ti, which came out for $2,000, had a massive power draw, and only had like a sort of, I don't know, I think it was like a 10% lead over the existing 3090, which in turn was like 10 to 15% faster than 3080. And am I happy or sad about the rumor that the 4090 Ti won't be released? I don't think it will be released because Nvidia can make more money from those big chips in the AI market. Am I happy or sad? The answer is I'm completely ambivalent because in a world where I thought the 3090 Ti only existed because the top-end RDNA 2 cards were competitive on raster, it wasn't really a required product the way I see it, and I see the same for the 4090. I guess Nvidia has a bit more leeway in that this time around AMD aren't even trying to compete with the existing 4090, so the commercial need to have the Halo product simply isn't there. So I don't really care, to be honest. And yeah, I guess we do wait for the next series. I don't know what you think about this one, Alex.
I'm like you, extremely ambivalent, because I think even if this thing did come out, which I'm of your opinion that I don't think it will, I think it's people want more GPUs because they maybe think it'll affect the price of the entire stack. I don't know. I don't think it will. I think other pressuring factors would change those things. So I don't really care, actually, one way or the other.
We've been at this point, though, for a while where I still feel like the 4090 is so capable that there are other avenues to improving your system first, especially on the CPU side. And maybe even the fastest CPUs aren't enough, right? Like,
memory too.
Memory is an issue. Like, there's so many IO is an issue. There's so many other bottlenecks right now. Like, the 4090 is like enough for PC gaming right now. And I'm not sure they would benefit that much from another even slightly higher end card until the next generation arrives. And it's not like they have any competition in this space either. There's nothing even close to the 4090. It's just like their high end Halo card.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always diminishing returns the higher up the stack you go, or they used to be until the 4090 came along.
Yeah.
And it sort of set the benchmark. But in this case, the 4090, is going to be pretty immense and will be for a long time. And, do you actually notice these 10% increases in performance, right? Only at the absolute low end of frame rate, right?
Yes.
Let's assume that performance scales. So your 50 FPS becomes 55 FPS. Which, in that scenario would be noticeable. But typically with the 4090, frame rates are so high anyway that the 10% becomes negligible almost. And it's got FrameJet as well, which is seeing an increasingly large amount of support and rightfully so. It's a really interesting feature. So I'm not missing the 4090 Ti.